Hello everyone, we got some NADGT action out at Dallas City Park for us here. This is Zach bringing you the action. Got Andrew McGarry on hole 1 right here. This is round 2. Starting hole, Graham Fuller in second right now, 10 down. And we got Arturo here, also 10 down. Hole 1's kind of a dog leg right, you got to put a Mando there to protect the couple holes there on the right that you can see. We got Daniel also here on the drives, and then Andrew on his approach, Arturo on his putt. Trying something new here. Oh, all right, off the cage. Little something new, some commentary on some action for these guys. Got some MA1 players here. Again, this is round 2. All right, hole 2. We missed his putt, but Graham got the birdie on hole 1, which is pretty impressive. I guess with a forehand you can do that. Hole 2, kind of a shorty, but a tunnel, turnover. You got OB on the right with a path. Arturo's going to try and find the OB on the left with the river, but didn't quite make it. Also, if you notice, we got 2 lefties, 2 righties on the cards, so giving you some variety on the throws. That was a pretty good run by Arturo, but just a little short. Daniel off the cage. We got Graham here for the bird. 2 in a row. Can he get it? Yes, he does. Nice. Andrew coming back with the bird. Nice. There we go. Couple tap-ins from Arturo and Daniel, and then we'll go over to a real shorty on hole number 3. Graham after going 2 for 2. See if we can get the turkey or more. Nice height. Ew, coming up short. It is 167, so yeah, why not throw it 150, I guess. Yeah, you gotta get those to settle down there, Andrew, on those 150, 160 shots. Yep. And then Arturo with the putt, technically, wants to go deep to the porta potty. Not bad. Give it a run at least. Daniel likes to step and throw, so there it goes. It's a dart we asked him about. He's going to be putting with it. He's going to be throwing it. And a little high left, but it catches. Arturo with the putt. Daniel with the putt. Can Andrew get us a star frame on the 3rd hole? And he does it. Woohoo! Well, hole 4. If you play Dallas, it is usually a road skip right over that trash can somewhere by that, right before that bush. If you played it in the past, we have had a Mando left of that telephone pole just because usually people will be parking right there, but they took out all the parking spots, so we shouldn't have to worry about it. Arturo with the pump. Coming back. Oh! Right off the tree. At that point, we did think he was out of bounds, so we'll have to walk up there and take a look and see what happened. And then Daniel decides to test 7's fairway. That did not have much of a chance of coming back. Looks like we might have missed a drop zone shot. Sorry about that, but we got Andrew with his up. Graham with his birdie putt. That's 4 in a row for Graham. He's making a push towards that lead. Arturo is right on top of the out of bounds, but makes his birdie putt. Andrew with the kick of the marker. Nobody's going to call that, I guess. And makes his putt. And then Daniel, sorry we missed the drop zone, but sunk it for the par. Or for the bogey, sorry, because he went OB. Hole 5, shorty, across the river. This limb has been dropping down over the years, and it's making the shot a little bit tougher, but these guys seem to be executing it pretty well so far. I don't know about your play, but my play is right off the... Andrew tried it, but a little higher and right off the top of that building. Usually, oh my, he throws so quick. You got to be ready for Daniel. Or not Daniel, but yeah, Daniel. Haha, I'm getting the names mixed up. Sorry, guys. So after bouncing off the building, Andrew here is going to try an anti-putt. Yep, just an upshot. All right, we got Arturo up next. A little deep, but at least it's safe, and he's got a birdie putt. No, which he gets. Oh my gosh. Arturo is feeling it now. There's just another bird. Daniel. They landed right on top of each other on their discs, so they were making minis, those left-handers. And we're on to hole 6. Another shorty coming back across. You can't really see it from here, but that wall right there 3 to 4 years ago was completely perpendicular, straight up and down with the water. And probably about any day now, it is about to fall in. But that is, again, just a little shorty. Back and forth across the river. Should be able to pick these guys up. Hopefully you guys are liking the commentary. I don't know if maybe you'll just like it with the music. We'll try something a little back and forth and different. Daniel with the birdie putt. Andrew with the birdie putt on the hill. There we go. And Graham and Arturo cleaning up, and then we go over to probably what is the most difficult hole on the course. We'll see if we can't find some stats while we're sitting here as well too, because they should be able to be pulled up. But yeah, this one's tough. The inside line I don't think is actually there. Usually there's a pile of leaves right about where Graham would have went, but again, it's another road play. You want to go right over that truck like that. Skip it in there on the left, just play it safe. A lot of people do kind of question the par 4 on this one, but when you've only ever heard about 1-2 on the hole, and that was a 150-foot throw-in, thinking it'd be all right being a par 3 or par 4. Sorry. And when we look at the stats, again pulling those up, round 2, MA1. Hole 7, actually, yeah, averaged a 3.86, so just under. This is the problem, though. You're on the inside line. I think this is what Graham's second, maybe his third. But once you get in there, it gets a little tight. Daniel will show you how to do it, though. The lefty. Just flick it over the road and then turn something over. Andrew's going the rough route down the inside path. Not many know that that path is even there. Oh, got the tree at the end. Darn it. And Arturo with the crush, because that was his drive. And just a little chip forehand. He almost cleared everything. Again, Graham here having some struggles. He's finding a couple trees. Oh gosh, he found another one. Darn it. This is the problem with this hole. I did have a drop zone back there. Did tell everybody about it. And if you happen to throw OB, you got a pretty generous drop zone to save. Oh gosh, darn it. Yeah, we've all been there, man. So, sorry. Darn it. Graham to try and save a bogue. Come on. Oh, man. It's going to be taking a double on that one. Darn it. Well, hopefully you can bounce back on the next hole. We got Andrew with the putt off the tree. That did not work out just as well as he thought it would. Arturo stepping up for the 3. There we go. That's a good way to play the hole. Daniel's going to do the same thing. Carding that 3 on hole 7. Andrew and Graham, I think, what do we... Andrew saving a 4 and Graham taking that double. Dang it. That'll drop you back. But we got a good battle going on. Arturo's now in the lead. Hole 8. It's kind of a 290-foot bomb down there. You got to get it, pick a gap and try to miss those trees. Not playing the pass or the triangle as OB. Again, kind of a amateur event, so don't want to go too rough on him. Daniel flips this thing up and, oh my gosh, goes deep of the basket. So you don't see that too often. Those lefties, they definitely got some interesting lines. Andrew's gonna try and push that right side with the hyzer. And skips it in there nicely. Do got those stats pulled up, so we'll try and bust those out again. MA1, guys, 2.79 on this one, so playing under par. It's pretty good. Andrew with first to putt. Definitely outside circle. Yep. And nails the triangle. Arturo's going to try and do the same thing. Alrighty. Oh my gosh. He thought he had that one. You could see him walking it in. He likes to do that, as you've noticed. There's a couple of them that he, Arturo will be walking in. There we go, saving a par. Graham's gonna save his par. Andrew with the par. And we're on to hole 9. I'm back across the creek. And Daniel with the crush. Lefty around that side. That's a little dangerous as we are playing the, technically they're teeing from OB, so they got to clear that creek in order to be back in bounds. Ooh, and Arturo's going to test the tree. Alrighty. It's one of those, it says it's only 156. It definitely doesn't look 156. And you gotta definitely push it farther than 150 feet, I would say, to be able to have a inside the circle putt. So I'm not sure where that 150 comes from, but maybe we'll range find it next time we're out there. Arturo with the jump putt hits the pole. Graham. Oh, good bid, but just a little bit off. We got Daniel with his putt. And off the basket. Dang it. So close. Looks like it's going to be a bunch of pars for our group on this one. Again, if it is really only 150, we probably should... Oh my gosh, I guess I spoiled that. Andrew's just struggling just a little bit after having that lead coming into the round. Looks like everybody's still having a good time though, so that's what's the important part. If you guys ever do come out to Dallas, it is a really fun city park course. We got 2 9-hole loops. If you notice, we started on hole 1, and when they finish, or when they get to here to hole 10, or they finish hole 9, they're in the same parking lot. So you can do 1 through 9, you can do 10 through 18. You're going to be in the same spot you started both times. Hole 10, just about 240 up that hill. You got to watch this right-hand side, though. Anything right of the asphalt road is going to be OB. Speaking of, if you notice the new asphalt road, it raised it up. Oh, that's going to get... Oh, my gosh. How unlucky. Have you ever had those rounds where you just think it's going to... should go well, and everything feels like it's going good, but you just... trees get in the way. We got Graham with the putter crush. He throws a dagger and just ripped that dagger up there hard and as straight as he can. I guess he doesn't have to worry about it coming out over by the road. Stat-wise, hole 10 again, 2.71. Same exact number as hole 9. It's kind of interesting. Coming in, 1, 2, 3. It's like the 10th, 11th hardest hole, easiest hole though. So interesting stats. Oh, good run by Arturo. Graham again with his dagger crush and his dagger putt for the birdie. Nice. Andrew saving his 4 with that OB. Everybody else cleaning up their pars. We're going to head on over to hole 11, which I forgot to take a picture of, but we did have a family of deer over here on the right. Again, if you're ever in Dallas. On the other side, there's a fence over here on hole 12 that, and then it kind of wraps up around the fairway on hole 13 as well, but there's a family of deer that have lived in there for years. People were saying one of them was super tan and almost an albino this year, so I missed seeing that one, but I saw a bunch of the other ones. Well, hole 11 we got here. It's kind of a pretty tight one. A lot of people like to push that back wall, but I would actually recommend throwing an inside hyzer so that you land on that hill over there to the left. We'll see where I think Daniel landed in a pretty good spot with his lefty turnover. Graham with the putt. Oh, off the cage. I think this is a popular thing with the cage hits on this hole, if I remember right. This is a pretty good bomb by Arturo for his drive. Oh no, that's his upshot. Yep, because he... Darn it. I'm off a hole, or off a throw, but I'll be alright. Everybody cleaning up pars. Par train. It's the party. Hole 12. Pro tip for you guys out there, when you're practicing the day before, I mean, it's always good to get in practice, but you really want to save your aces for the day of the tournament. And the day before on Friday, we had an ace out there. Good old Joe hit this one, which is a pretty good ace to hit too. We got OB over there on the left. We got a creek running through the middle. There used to be a little bit more of a V hyzer line off to the right, but something happened to a tree over here, because I would throw a hyzer and that line did not look like it was there anymore. Alrighty. Daniel with his upshot. We got Graham going for the birdie putt. Oh, I almost had it. This hole actually averaged just a little over par. We got 3.07. Only 2 birdies on it with Ray and Ben. Oh no, hole 12, sorry. I'm off a hole. That was the last one again. So hole 12, right there's a birdie. Here's another one. This one was actually under par, 2.86. Guess what, hole 11, that last one that we played, was the only one that played over par. So hole 13, the hyzer up the hill again. 189 does not sound right. I don't know That's got to be at least 210 or so, 200 with the elevation, maybe just a tick more. Interesting line with the turnover. Oh, just barely stayed in. Daniel, get it up that hill. Not bad, there we go. All right. Graham's got his little chip up shot, save his par, good scramble. Where are we on? We're on hole 13, pulling up those stats. 2.57 average. Pretty good collection of birdies. There's one right there. Daniel with the putt. Nice job. Arturo with the park job. Definitely gonna... Oh, let's let Graham go first. There we go. There's Arturo with the bird. It's kind of pulling away at this point, if you guys noticed. I will say I was paying attention to Arturo, and he was not looking at scores. He was just playing his game, and I was looking at the scores, being like, oh, wow. Nobody was saying anything, though, on the card, which was awesome. And even after the round, we mentioned it, and Arturo mentioned it, not looking at the scores, and I was like, great job, man. Just play your game. You did it. You can see right now he's got a 2-stroke lead. Hole 14 is a really fun throw. You got to keep it low and you got to push it. It's got that hill on the left-hand side that you can use. Graham found a tree and almost put it into the creek, but just cleared it. Not creek, but there's a little stream right there. Big upshot. He almost sunk that sucker as well, too. And then we got Arturo for the long birdie. Looks like he's going to do his jump putt. Focused and... Oh, you knew that. Yeah, you could see that one. Running that sucker in. Just a little out of his hand. He knew that one was going. Oh, Daniel. And again, another birdie on 14. That's pretty good one. 2.64. Oh, there's another birdie right there. Crush by Andrew. Arturo, yeah, these guys did pretty well on that hole. Whoop, little quick edit there. Sorry about that. Hole 15 used to be a lot harder because you didn't used to be able to see the basket. There's a big old tree right there, and they took them all out. But just a downhill 200-footer. Average 2.5. A lot of people getting birdies on this one. There we go. And interesting enough, the lefties here, if you notice, have all of that room over there to the left. And both of them decide to early release and hit the first available and stay up on the bank on the right. Hey, it happens to the best of us, right? There we go. You can see those stumps right there. Again, about 4 years ago, those were some of the biggest trees on the course. All right, everybody's down off the hill. We got Graham here. A little bonus action in the back. No, guess not. Didn't get to see it. Hole 18 back there. We got Arturo here going for another birdie. Now he's just starting to rub it in, I think. Looks like we missed a couple other putts, but... So hole 16, it's kind of a tweener hole if you notice. It's 480 feet. It's normal baskets over to the right, but not a lot of guys are going to be reaching that at the moment, so I like to split it up. We got a tent basket over here. There's really low coverage, probably about 245, 250. Splitting this one into 2 little holes just adds a little variety. Also, yeah, if you notice the tee pad there, this is not the greatest tee pad. There's a ton of mud in the back, ton of mud in the front. And if you're trying to rip a 480-foot drive, it's not really that easy to do. Oh my gosh, right off the chains. Dang, Andrew, so close. This one definitely got some birdies. 2.36 was the average. Graham, oh, off the top. Darn it. And we got Arturo here, who is going for yet another birdie. And just puts it in. Not even thinking about it. That gives him, what, 5 in a row on the birdie train. He is getting a little bit of a push from the chase card with Quinn here, who got a turkey earlier. Also gone 5 in a row, but picked up a bogey back on 9, so... Well, 16B, this one is going back to 16's normal basket. Again, you kind of just all come all the way around, almost by 17's pad as well too, but it's just a shorty back to the basket. Pretty low ceiling though that these guys got to work with, and then they got that hill. Usually you're coming towards the hill on 16, but right now we're actually throwing to it, and if you go long, you'd be running down a hill a little bit, so you don't want to go too long. I think Arturo mentioned he was playing more of a skip, but it didn't happen to skip. This grass is super thick, so I could see that not skipping very well, but he's going to sit here and run a downhill putt. We'll see how well that goes. Oh, just off the cage. A lot of cage hits if you notice. Oh, yep, see, there's another one. On call. And we got Graham. There we go. Putting that one in for the 2. Everybody else cleaning up their pars. We'll go. All right, and we're on to hole 17. Left this one alone. It's a 480-foot crush. You got all of that room over the right again because we moved 16 temporary. You know, that basket over there. It also prevents any of these throws to the right to be in the fairway of 16, so works out good splitting up that hole if you're ever thinking of running an event here. And there's some good area over there for even a longer 16. You could push it back another 150 feet too, and still split it up. Graham's gonna attempt the road here because the road and everything is OB, but it skips in. Arturo's gonna do the same thing. I'm not sure I remember this throw. I'm not sure how well we're gonna see it, but that was about 6 inches from not hitting the road. And if that went a little longer and actually hit those rocks, I doubt that it would have skipped up and in, but he lucked out. And we're gonna have a couple putts here. There we go. Putts, putts, and putts. Threes, and threes. Again, it's a tweener. Soft 3 or a hard 3 or a soft 4, average 3.5. So again, all kind of AMs here. Oh, look at the little camaraderie into the round. We're all going to do some fist bumps. Good job, guys. All right, and after that, we were on to our last hole. Like I mentioned earlier, Arturo was not checking scores, so he did not know that he was in the lead. Hole 18, 120 foot. There is OB in the back with some water. And, you know, I don't know if the other guys were checking the scores. Nobody was talking about it, so that was always good. It's something that I've been focusing on these days in my game, is not looking at scores while we're playing. But some of these other guys might have, and it might have got to Andrew. If you notice, there was a point in the round where it just stopped clicking for him at that moment, and everybody else kind of still picked it up. Graham had a good streak going. He got the first 6 holes, and then got to hole 7 and had some issues, but kept pushing through and fighting. He's gonna come up here, and we'll see where everybody finishes. There's Graham with the putt. Oh man, so close. Technically, we go to round 2. We got Daniel finishing a tie for 6 with Graham. Those guys, Daniel did an 8 down, Graham did a 6 down that round, finished at 16 overall. We got Andrew doing a 5 down, 17 overall for a tie for 3rd. You saw the scores, so we know who's winning. He's got a lead. Chase card, Quinn tried from the chase card, but Just couldn't quite keep it going. And there we go with Arturo with another bird. Finished 22 down. Go check out his sponsors. He's part of the Prodigy Street Team. All Day Disc Golf in Portland. Sweet shop down there. National Amateur Disc Golf Tour event. There's lots more of them coming up. Get your invite to Texas. Check out Cherryland Disc Golf.